I want to talk about, so there's a show, maybe I can find, this is the trailer for it.
Into the future. What's in the dream? I can't let her die. You married me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Promise me you're not gonna go back.
There's people in this world with superpowers. You can save her. You need all four. If one dies, she dies. Find them before it's too late.
I can move things without touching them. I just want it gone.
This is a game changer.
I don't think you should be using your powers for personal gain.
You know how it feels to not be able to provide for your son. These powers are a part of us.
Sis, you protected me like you always do.
It's a matter of life and death. If the five of us are together, we can stop this. You're asking for too much. Hey, you're not listening to me.
I can't lose you. Just think about all the lives that you could save.
The only life I'm trying to save is yours.
That's the trailer. Now, I'm going to spoil some things. So you might just want to just go on about your way if you ain't seen this. So, and I'm not going to go deep into stuff. I'm going to talk more about the end and just rant about the things that I'll try to start off with what I like. I like that it was a bunch of black folks. All that was cool. I like the powers. Some of the powers were a little all over the place. So I was like, especially homeboy that was with the main guy that was with the lady that was talking about dying. His powers, it was like, okay, you can teleport, but then you could go to the future too. It was like some of the stuff was like, okay, and I felt like, no, I'm gonna do what I do best. This is where I'm starting at. So after watching it, I got about halfway through, and I seen the direction it was going, because most of the black people, it's like, okay, all these people, they're black characters, all the black people got powers, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, please, don't let it be what I'm thinking it is. Please, don't let it be what I'm thinking it is. And I was like, yo, please don't let it be a thing where black people got all these powers and somehow white folks is doing something to black folks. And so I'm watching and I'm watching and I'm watching, and I make it to the end. There was a few things that were a little bit funny throughout the way, because the girlfriend, it was like, okay, she's helping, but she's not helping. She's looking for stuff. She's not really doing anything that really, and so I'm like, okay, but she's mad at him, but then he's not, the main guy is not telling her, I forget the names. I should, let me see. You know what? Forget it. He's not telling her what's going on. And it was like, everybody was just doing things just to do. Nobody thought, let me do what bothers me is something that I feel like is prevalent in a lot of black shows and movies. And nobody took the time to really be like, the only person that said it was like on the trailer, the white dude that was friends with the light-skinned dude who was selling weed. They were selling weed together and stuff, and he could run fast. And he was telling him, yo, the gate. He was like, yo, you got to go help people and this and that. And it's like, nobody's doing anything to help anybody else. And then the girlfriend, when she was like, you could save so many lives, that wasn't until the end. Like, she didn't, the whole time it was, oh my God, I'm terrified, I'm scared, I'm terrified. Nobody was like, hey, let's go do something with this. Let's go help these other people. It was all just a bunch of selfish stuff. And I'm kind of going into something real quick that I'll talk about on some other videos. It's like in black cinema, a lot of stuff is a bunch of small, local selfishness. Like one of the ones that and it's not across the board. I'm not saying everything is that way. But from my memory, what I remember, one of the ones that I remember that really wasn't like that was Meteor Man. And I know it's silly, but Meteor Man wasn't like that. It was like, okay, let me do something for this community. I got these powers. Let me do something for my community. Let me help these people out. Everything from the Boys in the Hood, from Menace to Society, from Juice. It's like everything is this thing where it's like, this small selfishness. So when things happen, when bad things happen, there's nothing that I don't care. I don't care that these things happen to these people because they were in jail, they were doing something, some stupidness happens, or they get caught up in some mess, and then they go deeper into the bullshit that makes it worse for them. And nobody does anything to really step out to be like, hey, let me go really do something to help all these other people so that I have this sort of backup and I'm doing something for a community. And that's what when I was watching this, I was like, okay, none of them thought that. Nobody said, everybody was just so caught up. You got this, nobody thought that, hey man, I got these abilities and I can do these things. I don't even know how I can do these things, but I can do these things. Let me go do something bigger with it. Nobody thought that. And it's something that I feel like is a reoccurring thing in black cinema, in black movies and stuff. It's like, yo, man, like what is going on? Are these people just saying all these black people are just selfish, and even if they had the abilities to do these things, they wouldn't do nothing different with it. They just stay where they're at. They'd be fearful. They wouldn't do anything with it. They just sit there and go do the same mess that wasn't working the whole time. Like the only one I remember the name of a young dude named Taser who could go invisible. It's like you didn't think to do anything else besides go, and you can go invisible. Full of goofy boys, they're all dumb, that you can go change some lives with. And the first thing you decide to do is go deeper into the mess you know. Something completely different came into your life. Life-changing, life-altering, like crazy, like big difference. And the first thing you do is say, I'm going deeper into this. Nothing. Like even the dude with the powers. And even with the strong dude that was that hit the ATM. It's like nowhere did you say, hey man, let me go into some shrimp competitions. Let me go do something. I can't get a job. Still trying to go get a job? Like, and then even if you don't get a job, there was nothing else that they're in the internet age. You didn't think to make a page and start lifting stuff and being like, yo, I can lift up this heavy stuff and start getting attention to where you can get paid. There was nothing. Like, there was nothing. And I'm like, yo, and this is not unique to Supacell for me. Again, this is not unique to this, and this is just the worst thing ever. I was like, yo, this is just a personal critique, right? This is just me ranting about how I personally feel about it. And it can, you don't have to agree either. You could think I'm totally just talking wild. But it's something that I'm just like, man, this is the same old stuff over and over again. That's the thing that was the thing that was hitting me while we were going through this. And it's like, you guys can do this, and this is what you're deciding to do with it? Just like, oh man, I'm gonna go steal the money out this safe. It's like, take the time to learn how to control it first. Then go figure out what you can and can't do. The father, the dude that hit the ATM that was trying to get his son back. He was like, I can't take bullets or something. Like, you never thought to be like, hey, since we're gonna do this, let's see if I can get shot. How about you poke me with a knife or something? Let me see, like, none of this with something that changed your life that drastically. I can guarantee you, if any of y'all got powers today, there's no amount of foolishness you gonna do. Some of you gonna be shocked, some of you gonna be scared, but you're gonna be like, if I'm strong, you're gonna start picking up stuff in your house. You're gonna go outside, pick up some stuff. You're gonna start moving around some stuff, like, okay, I can do this and that. You're gonna sit there in your house. You're probably gonna take a knife or something, like, I wonder if I'm invulnerable. Then you're gonna find out the hard way, which is part of the game, right? You're gonna go outside, pick up a car. You're gonna go outside and pick up your car, lift it up a little bit. Man, woman, child, whatever. You're gonna do these things. And I'm just like, this stuff, some of this, when it comes to these things, I'm like, yo, man, this ain't. So it's like these black people get these powers and they don't even do nothing in their cities or their towns or nothing.